Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining me today from our Streets division, Public Works, the man, the mystery. I don't use that very often. Okay, I do. Mark Hodel. Mark, welcome back to the show. How you doing?
Hey, Jeremy.
We've been you've been listening to me ask you a bunch of questions as I nerd out about snow plowing and everything else in between. So I appreciate you hanging in there so we get to the interview, but we're going to get to some stuff today. We're going to be talking about the ice snowstorm, whatever it's going to happen coming in. We'll talk a little bit about snow and ice removal just in Fitchburg and some safety tips as well, as it is still the middle, I would say the middle, or we've hopefully we've passed the middle of winter here. But first and foremost, Mark, we've got a big ice or potential for ice storm coming in. As you look ahead to these types of weather events, how do you approach something like tonight? It's got to be difficult.
It does. It's like I told somebody else, it's kind of like shooting at a moving target. You know, things are constantly changing. We have our trucks loaded, they're ready to go. We're monitoring different websites and radar and trying to figure out the best time to go out and salt it and keep the ice from building up.
And given the recent days, we've had some warmer weather. Has the road temperatures been warmer? So is that going to help keep our roads a little bit less from getting icy right away? I mean, how do you see that playing out?
It could, there's still frost under the roads. So, they warm up, kind of move with the air temperature. If it's sunny, they're obviously warm, but they cool off fast when the sun goes away and the air temperature drops.
So number one priority is obviously keeping the main roads and stuff open and safe. I mean, any road we want to keep open and safe, yeah. But we're really trying to keep it open, especially if emergency vehicles got to get in and out. And certainly want anybody to be safe. There's no one priority per se, but your goal as you make it through this, so it's going to continue. It's 24 hours. So how does that look or play out? Are we going to have our drivers like at different times of shifts? Is it keep some main roads? How do you look at that?
No, we just we'll try to determine a good time to come in tonight if everything works the way they say it's going to work, and try to find that sweet spot, when if it would rain and before it starts freezing rain, before the road temperatures drop below freezing, then we'll want to get salt on and we'll have everybody in. We don't have two shifts. We only have one crew that does the salting. So you got to kind of balance that out too. And just the way I see it, we would come in and do that initial salting and evaluate what things look like, possibly quit, and then come back if possible early in the morning and reapply, and then work from there throughout the day.
If we were to get ice buildup in some areas, do we have equipment that can cut through that, or is the main thing here, unfortunately, is the salt, because that's the best tool we have against this type of storm?
It is. We use salt and brine with some beet juice mixed in with the brine, which makes it a little more effective for cooler temperatures. But it all depends how much it rains and how much it comes down.
Well, I wish you had your 8-ball with you today so you could have tell us exactly how this was going to play out. But I think that's the point of this interview, is where it's hard. It's hard to navigate through these. And we know you'll be out there and being safe. As far as snow and ice removal goes in the city of Fitchburg, for people who aren't familiar with it, we've got a pretty robust system in place, Mark. We've got some good equipment. Tell us how, as numbers go, how many vehicles do we have? We got plenty of salt. We got the things we need to attack these situations.
We do. We have 11 patrol trucks we go out with on a normal snowfall. They all go out. They all have main roads and secondary roads on their routes. Our main roads are hit right away as soon as we go out, and so within the first hour, all the main roads, Fish Hatchery, McKee type roads, should be taken care of, and they slowly work their way through the neighborhoods after that.
It's a process. It's a
Yeah.
process indeed. And then snow or snow, the salt and the brine and stuff. Because of the way the winter has gone this year so far, are we up on the numbers? Are you sitting right where you thought you were going to be? How is that looking?
We'd probably have a little more on hand than we normally would this time of the year. But you know, these rain events and icing events take, you know, as much or more than snow, you know, and some of these colder, you know, it was colder temperatures that we had as well. And that's takes material to get it off the roads.
Is the I mean, we were kind of talking a little bit about this. We're seeing more of a trend, I think, over the time, and you confirmed this with me talking a little bit, but it's changed. We're seeing more warmer temperatures or warmer, milder winters. Sometimes we see the really big impacts of snow. Is that helping or breaking our system as far as planning for salt, keeping those trucks updated, the plows go and everything? How has that played into your planning process?
Oh, I mean, we try to be prepared for anything, but it does seem to be harder to predict what's going to happen. You know, it seems like we plan for one thing and we get dealt another. So,
You have some complaints with the meteorologist. I can hear it in your
oh,
voice, but
they do their best too.
no. Well, don't worry. We'll get them on the show and we'll let them have it for you. Finally, safety a priority for you guys. Any reminders for drivers if they see snowplows out and about?
Yep, stay back. I mean, don't pull up on a snowplow. They frequently back up. They don't stop on a dime. And so just give them plenty of room. They're trying to do their best.
Yeah, I have to say, I rode along with you a couple of years ago. It is, I don't know how you've got good mirrors in there. They're big, and you sit up high, but it's still hard to see everything. Well, especially because I was in your way, but it's hard to see everything necessarily. So giving you plenty of room gives you better safety for you and the driver
Yep.
for everybody out there.
Yeah, I mean, slow down. That's a big thing. I mean, it's if everybody would slow down, it would probably just make it a little more a smoother operation.
Absolutely. All right, Mark, always a pleasure. Stay safe out there, and we'll look forward to talking to you. We might have to catch up with you tomorrow, depending on how the storm looks. So we'll be ready for that. But thank you for your time.
Take care.
You bet. Mark Hodel from Public Works, and we'll continue to put updates out throughout the storm on what's going on out there to keep you safe. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.